Hi everyone, Elizabeth Crawford here, essential oil educator and health coach, reporting live essential oils A to Z. Today I want to cover a wonderful essential oil called Siberian fir. Siberian fir is gorgeous. It is actually known to be, or believed to be, the finest scent of all the firs. It's the finest. And it is really, truly amazing. Just smelling it out of the bottle, it reminds you of walking through a forest in the middle of the winter with pine needles on the ground, just that peaceful, calm, very grounding aroma. It's super, super gorgeous. Beautiful oil to diffuse this time of year. A lot of times people bring in candles for the fall and winter to bring a little bit of the outdoors in, excuse me. But the thing to remember with candles is they are loaded with toxins, the actual wax itself, as well as the wick. And when you're burning that and letting it dissipate into the air that you're breathing and the air that your family is breathing, you can start to accumulate a toxic load. And not to mention, during the winter months, the air we breathe inside our homes becomes very polluted. We don't get to open up the windows and let that fresh air in, so we're constantly breathing recycled air. Bringing toxic candles in that time of year is really not a really safe idea. So I would avoid it altogether. But the amazing thing that you can do with essential oils is you can diffuse in your common areas to bring an awesome aroma that has the ability to impact your mood almost instantly, as well as it disinfects the air. So depending on what essential oils you're using, if they have antimicrobial, antibacterial, antiviral properties, you're killing germs and you're boosting your mood, you're opening up your airways, and you're not contributing to that toxic load. In fact, you're eliminating toxins and facilitating a little bit of a detox. So all in all, it's a better option than burning candles, especially in the winter months. So let's learn about Siberian fir. I did a little experiment because I wanted to make sure I was comfortable with this before I told you you could do it. I read that you can take it internally and that you can just do a couple drops under your tongue. So I was like, you know what, I better try this. I recommend using a veggie cap because for me, it tastes like soap. And I guess I could get used to it over time, but I'd rather just put it in a veggie cap with a little bit of lemon oil. And the reason you want to take it internally is because it supports healthy cells. In general, it's really great for your body. It's super anti-inflammatory, great for aches and pains, awesome for tissue repair. So you could take it internally for just general support. But also if you are having occasional body aches and pains, it's great for muscle support. So a couple other things you can do with it. Dilution for topical use is recommended, but it's not necessary. If you are not super sensitive, go ahead and use it neat if you're using it topically. Or consider using fractionated coconut oil, even if the oil is neat, because fractionated coconut oil facilitates faster absorption into your skin. And it also allows the oil to be more potent because you're not losing it to evaporation. So you're absorbing more of it into your skin. So it's more efficient if you're using it with a carrier oil. So you might want to consider doing that. Also, it allows you to carry it over a larger surface area of your skin. Using Siberian fir with fractionated coconut oil over your chest during times of congestion, if you have upper respiratory cold or something going on with your respiratory system in general, this is going to be super supportive for that. So try to incorporate some fractionated coconut oil. My favorite is to get a pump, and when you get a new fractionated coconut oil, just take the pump out and reuse it. You don't want to waste that, and it makes your life so much easier. So I highly recommend getting the pump to put on your FCO. This oil is wonderful for skin irritations like rashes, It's even good for acne. Again, I really like to dilute stuff, especially if I'm putting it over skin that's already sensitive, like a rash, or even if I were to use it for my complexion for acne, I would dilute it with a little bit of fractionated coconut oil, or you could add a couple drops to your favorite lotion, your face lotion. But it's really, really good for your skin. Awesome for relaxation and mood. And here's why. Here's some of the negative emotions that it works on. It works on blocked emotions if you're feeling uninspired or unsure, or stalled in your life in some way with relationships or careers. If you're feeling cowardly, like you're not making decisions based on your true gut and you're letting other people influence that. Also great for grieving in times of sadness or the emotion of feeling ashamed. Another one it's really great for is if you're overzealous. If you're feeling like you're a little nutty about something and you're getting like sideways glances from people, but you're really excited, maybe you're overzealous. This oil can just balance you out a little bit and make you feel grounded. I love to look at essential oil properties, what they can do for you on an emotional level, by comparing the oil to the properties that the actual plant or tree has. So if you look at Siberian fir, that's a big tree with a long, sturdy trunk. A tree like that can withstand severe storms. It's very grounded and rooted. You can't push it over. So those are some of the characteristics that it can help you with. If you look at it that way, essential oils have the ability to help you in the way that they help themselves in nature, which is so awesome. So what else can I tell you about Siberian fir? It is a monoterpene, which means it's very mild. One of the characteristics of the monoterpene is that it is mild. So when using it topically, you do have the option to do it without dilution. But I always say this, if you yourself or you're dealing with somebody who is incredibly sensitive, they just naturally have a hard time with using things on their skin, you definitely want to dilute. Or if you're dealing with the elderly or a small child, dilution is totally recommended, at least until you get a good idea of how you're going to react to using that oil topically. So fractionated coconut oil is the way to go. This oil is analgesic, so it helps to reduce the fever, antifungal, anti-inflammatory. It's a detoxifier. It's an energizer. It's also an expectorant, and it's super, super refreshing, which I can 100% agree with. The aroma is beautiful. This oil is found in a couple of our blends. It's in Purify essential oil. I use all the time. It is awesome for cutting through grease. I clean like the whole kitchen with it. I always have it by the kitchen sink if we have some grime that's been baked onto a baking dish or a pot or a pan. We've used it to clean the grill. You can even use it for like mildew. It is super, super cleansing. The Siberian fir gives it a really crisp aroma, and it is mostly citrus oils, but the Siberian fir makes it super crisp and clean smelling. Diffuse it to balance out your mood and give yourself an overall just feeling of being cleansed. It's in the Arise blend, which makes complete sense that it's helping you to push through those blocks if you're feeling stuck, so that you can rise to the occasion. And that's one of our yoga oils. There's Align, Arise, and Anchor. And that's a really cool little trio of oils that you can get. And then there's Balance. So looking at the Siberian fir tree, it is very grounded, very balanced. You're not going to push that sucker over. So it's an ideal fit for our Balance blend. And if you've ever used Balance, it's an amazing oil. It was like my gateway oil to using doTERRA essential oils. I used it for many years as like a fragrance. And it just does. It gives you that physical feeling of being grounded, but it also balances out your emotions so you don't have those peaks and valleys. You're just balanced. So Siberian fir is a fabulous oil. If you are new here and you do not have a doTERRA membership, it is a great oil that you can incorporate to one of the starter kits if you're interested. There are options for starter kits that are already pre-made, but if those don't fit in with the health goals that you're trying to achieve, we can always make you a custom starter kit. So reach out if you're curious about that. You can reach out to me, or you can reach out to the person who introduced you to oils. And then if you do already have your membership and you're interested in venturing out and trying different oils, Siberian fir is something that you can add to your cart. And it's 10% off this month. So it's a really nice oil to throw in there. Now, just a little tip, I've mentioned this before. If you're using your LRP or loyalty rewards program, you want to make sure that what you're purchasing is over 50 PV so that you can get your shipping paid for in points. Basically what happens is you purchase 50 PV worth of product, and then the shipping that you choose, either $3.99 or $6.99, you get that cost back in points to use the following month. So for $3.99, you get 4 points. For $6.99, you get 7 points. And you can use those points right away when they become available next month, or you can let them add up, and then you can treat yourself to some really cool free products. Another benefit of using your loyalty rewards program is when you do purchase over 50 PV, you get points for that purchase, starting at 10% when you first get started, all the way up to 30%, which is what I get. So if I were to spend 100 PV on essential oils, I get 30 points back to use the following month, which is awesome. doTERRA loves to give back so that you can be using essential oils as much as possible. Any questions on that? Again, you are more than welcome to reach out to me. But if somebody introduced you to essential oils, please check in with them, and they will guide you in the right direction so that you are getting the most out of your money. Siberian fir, guys. This is a good time of year to get some Siberian fir. All right, cool. I thank you for your time. Thanks for checking in, and I hope you found this informative. I will see you later.